Hello everyone, and welcome to another Livestream event. Thank you for taking this opportunity to join us across the globe. Folks from all parts of the world are tuning in right now. I see Canada, Slovenia, UAE. Here in the States, it's Michigan, Illinois, California, just to name a few. For those of you who are new, my name is Crystal. I'm with Ascension One Collective, the foundation that supports the work of the channel. I'm here today to guide you into and out of the session. We've been offering these bi-weekly live stream events to deepen our practice at home. In last week's series, we explored beyond space and time. This week, we're exploring alignment within and alignment without, and how they're directly correlated. As always, we have some newcomers, so I'm going to share a little bit to give those folks context for the work. Aseel studied with various spiritual traditions over the last 18 years. 5 years ago, he had a strong spiritual experience that opened up this connection that today we refer to as the channel. This is a connection to both powerful energy and wisdom that, during the sessions, he will embody and bring through. Through this connection, energy will come through him, reach all of those who are tuning into the live stream. This energy will allow you to go deeper in your meditation, as well as receive information, which will often take the form of a spoken transmission, or in your own way, visions, messages, or an inner knowing. The process for Aseel to get into trance includes spontaneous movements of his body and hands, sometimes shaking of his body, fast breathing, and as the energy level rises, sometimes his eyes will roll upwards. It may not seem it, but this is all normal. His everyday human consciousness is still available to him while he's channeling, and he can stop the embodiment at any time. The channel will bring through guides that will specifically introduce themselves with the names humanity has given them. You may recognize some of the names as angels or archangels, but they never refer to themselves as such. Once the energy field is established, then an energetic alignment begins. People report having powerful experiences even over live stream. So it's really easy. During this time, sit back and focus on being in an open, meditative state. Just by being receptive, you have included yourself in this energy field, so there is nothing else that you need to do. During the session, you may also bring a loved one into your mind and heart and have them receive the benefits as well. You can set an intention. You can release old wounds, thoughts, emotions that no longer serve you. People share often that things come up for them even in the absence of an intention. Flow with that also and just accept all that arises. Once the energy alignment is complete, Aseel will embody another celestial being who usually allows for questions to be asked. This is typically who we call Emmanuel. If you'd like to ask a question, feel free to type it into the questions tab on the bottom of the screen in Crowdcast. The production team will then choose a few questions to ask the channel from this list. Keep in mind there are a few hundred people watching this right now, so center yourself and ask yourself this question. What's the best way to ask the question that would serve the most people? We found that Emmanuel's answers are typically phrased in a way that serves the greater good, so if you're looking for a personal answer, that answer may not align with your expectation. The energy field pulls us into an interesting collective state, so you may find that if you have a question in your mind, you receive the answer in somebody else's question or silently inside yourself. We have a Crowdcast poll running at the Polls tab at the bottom of the screen. We'd like to know how this work impacts you. One question is at the beginning, how are you doing before the session? And we'll ask the same question at the end. With a simple scale of 1 to 5, it's very easy to answer. Please take a second and let us know how you're doing right now. For people who can offer a donation, it not only supports Aseel, but it supports the whole production team. Many of you have donated to the last session, and you've already donated to this one. It's truly appreciated, and it really helps us keep this work accessible. We have links to donation options in the chats. We invite you to listen with an open mind and an open heart. We recommend that you listen in a space where you can't be interrupted and your phone is turned off. We also recommend you stay tuned in through the entire session. You will know when we're moving from one part to the next. If you're in a deep meditative state at the end of the next energy transmission, it's okay if you can't hang on to every word thereafter. The benefit of staying with us is what's most important, and the words can be replayed and read later. We are recording the audio and video, and will provide the video and transcript following the event on our website and social media pages. As the session ends, we will sit together in silence for a few minutes and give you all enough time to come back to this state of awareness. Enjoy your journey, and I'll see you back here upon your return.
Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. We have a quite hot summer day here in California. And we're enjoying the sun. We're enjoying the nature. It seems like one day out of many days. In itself isolated, this day feels like eternity. Since the beginning of this work, the channel has always referred to an internal alignment to be a significant and important foundation for life itself, for being present, to experience even deeper levels of presence, and most importantly, for the gifts that come through us. Without that foundation of alignment, it is not as sustainable as we would like it to be. So the alignment they will probably talk about this in more depth and detail than I can describe with my own words. The work that the channel provides includes a form of alignment. So this energetic work that you will see my body doing and my hands working is the work that happens on every single individual that is connected and willing to receive this work. And it provides an energetic alignment that then results in some sort of physical, emotional, and mental alignment. Now, if we have been operating from a place of misalignment for a long time, that may bring forth emotions or thoughts, or maybe even physical discomfort that we have not experienced before. Yet all of this is temporary, and the alignment that they provide eventually will lead to greater comfort, greater peace, and a greater balance inside. That's the idea, that's the plan. This work works in mysterious ways. It doesn't almost do it justice to try to understand it with the conscious mind. Yet it is very powerful, and it has made a huge impact in my life and in the lives of many others that have been on this journey alongside. And I thank you for your trust, for your companionship, for your friendship. And I'm excited to what highs and what depths we can reach together, what new levels we can reach together, what places we can explore together. So let's see where the journey takes us today. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you at the end of this. Greetings. I'm Raphael. This creation that you experience as your life, as your reality, continuously strives for an eternal balance. A balance of light and dark. A balance of fire and water. Everything is established in a way to provide an ecosystem that will provide for a human experience. Everything within you strives for a balance. Your mind, your heart, your physical body, and your energetic spiritual construct. In its most natural way, it will operate within this balance, provided from the start of this human experience. Alignment looks differently for every single individual. As every constitution, every human construct is different in its variety. This is the beauty of the spectrum of experiences that can be had in the human form. Same, but different. This eternal striving for balance within you is an imprint that's provided to you. A balance so that you can operate this human life, so that you may experience the variety of experiences that are to be had in your life. The stronger the alignment inside, the stronger your capacity to experience the moment, the more you can receive from the present moment. All your senses are heightened, your mind calm, your heart relaxed, your physical body in a balanced operation. You have the ability to take this balance out of alignment, as you have the ability to make choices in your life. Some choices will be of conscious nature. Some choices will be the circumstances that you will be subjected to. Some choices will be unconscious or subconscious in their nature. These misalignments by themselves bring new experiences, new learnings, and new realizations. in this experience, alignment becomes a virtue, a naturally provided balance by the structures within you, as well as the desire and seeking for a continuous alignment within, for a balance, harmony, and peace inside. In the course of humanity's existence, many lineages have developed their own perspectives, what this alignment looks like, the functions of the body, considering physical health, the functions of the heart, considering emotional health, the functions of the mind, considering mental health, the functions of your energetic and spiritual construct, energetic health, spiritual health. All of these combined, intrinsically connected to each other, bring forth a new level of alignment inside. An alignment that is rarely achieved. An alignment that requires some level of effort, dedication, and awareness. The reward of this alignment is a deeper sense of aliveness, a deeper sense of content, deeper sense of balance inside. You will witness your ability to become even more present through this alignment. You will witness that with this level of presence, others will be impacted as well, to become present as well with you. You become, therefore, the change, a change in focusing, in balancing, in bringing forth an inner alignment to others, an inner alignment to this collective, and a deeper alignment to this existence on this planet. This place of alignment is the underlying foundation for the explorations of consciousness, as well as the explorations within, a deeper understanding of the way you perceive yourself, a deeper understanding of the way you perceive existence, a deeper understanding of this physical vessel that has been gifted to you temporarily, a deeper understanding of the functions of your energetic and spiritual construct. Receive this work with an open heart and an open mind. Allow this work to align you in ways that you have not experienced before. Allow this deeper alignment to impact your life. Bring light to the places in your being that require to be seen. The parts of you that have been suppressed, misunderstood, and misaligned for a long period. Allow yourself to witness misalignments in the moment, to observe the impact of the misalignment, and to correct when necessary. This work will allow you for a deeper awareness of your existence, for a deeper awareness of your presence. Thank you for receiving. Thank you for receiving this work. Greetings, my name is Emmanuel. This work that you have received today will be a stepping stone in understanding deeper alignments within. How these deeper alignments within impact your presence and the surroundings of yourselves. Often, a misalignment inside will create misalignments outside. Relationships that require to be transformed are connected to aspects within that require to be transformed. Challenges that are perceived, challenges that are experienced, are often connected to misalignments or realizations that have not been fully completed. As you can see, your entire surrounding, your reality, your collective reality is connected to the alignment within. Your ability to align and to be present for what is. This will ultimately drive your ability to transcend the challenge, transcend the understanding and the realization of an experience, transcend understanding and overcoming separation, disconnect. All the ways that you have found that have brought a stronger physical existence, a more balanced emotional well-being, a calmer and balanced mental well-being, as well as an aligned, energetic, spiritual being. You have tried many different practices. Some you have tried momentarily. Some you have tried for a lifetime. Some gave you comfort in the short term. Some gave you discomfort with the promise of comfort in the long term. There is an internal knowing to which practice resonates with you in the very moment when you quiet your mind, quiet your heart. You can indeed evaluate the practices offered to you, you will know that this offering in front of you is the right one for you in this very moment. You may evaluate every single time if you choose to. You will find that any practice, any form of alignment on a regular basis will bring structure, will bring balance, will bring flow into your life. The alignment inside of you will allow for this energy, this unconditional love of creation to flow through you without resistance, with full capacity to receive, with full capacity to expand and transmit. This is who you are. This is what is possible within you. You have experienced states of alignment before. Some of you momentarily, some of you for longer periods. Yet often the alignment falters. Challenging and testing experiences will bring forth misalignments. Priorities will be set according to the needs and perceived needs of the moment. When you understand that all that is around you, the expression of your life, will fully flourish with a strong foundation, with strong internal alignment, with the appropriate flow of energy and love within you. You will set the priorities right. You will be aware of those priorities at any given moment. It will be naturally chosen without extensive willpower, without a force, a full act. Just the way you breathe, just the way your heart beats. You become a continuously aligning being, experiencing the depths of its presence. With this presence, you will start to see the power that lies within you, the tremendous potential that has not been accessed yet. You will start to see in the ways that you create the reality surrounding you, in the ways as a collective you create the circumstances that will point and bring forth the misalignments of your actions, the misalignments of the collective consciousness. Many of the challenges that you're facing today are connected to misalignments of the past and of the present. Yet every moment is an opportunity to realign. Every moment carries the infinite potential to correct, to balance, to harmonize, and find peace within. To allow this flow of unconditional love provide for you. Your thoughts, your emotions allow you to experience this present moment. Yet a deeper level of presence will allow for a different form of observation and reception. A deeper level of presence will allow you to fully receive the moment. Understand in all the ways that the moment is truly a gift. No matter how difficult the moment itself is, including the moment of death, including the moment of pain and illness, the magnificence of life always provides the powerful realizations in the present moment. Thank you for listening to my words. I will now answer some of your questions.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Stefan asks, are presence and surrender the key pathways to alignment, or is there a need to apply effort and direction?
You will see that at times it will require effort, a conscious prioritization of choices to be made, to find silence, to find quiet, in order to become present, in order to surrender. A busy mind, a strongly emotional heart will have its own challenges to surrender, will have its own challenges to be present. Therefore, initially, some willpower, some effort, and some conscious choice will be beneficial to get to levels of presence, to get to levels where surrender can be applied effectively. Yet as you come to deeper levels of alignment, to deeper levels of presence, less effort will be required. It will be the opposite of effort, a deeper surrender into the flow of this energy inside, a stepping outside, stepping out of the way of this energy, releasing relaxing, and surrendering even more deeply. And this way, the cycle of surrender, of effort and practice, and deep presence continues. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Bat asks, how can one heal from the experience of an aborted pregnancy?
An aborted pregnancy is an expected result of an interruption. The interruption for a soul to enter a life on this plane, for a soul to enter your life. The interruption of this process will cause misalignments on a mental, emotional, physical, and energetic level. All of these aspects must be observed, must be attended to. The physical aspects will take time, yet will heal as the body is capable of recovering from this interruption. More importantly, the emotional and mental elements require conscious attendance. You must understand that even this interruption is part of the divine unfolding of life itself. This was meant to be in this way. This experience was part of your life. It will always be part of your life. Understand that an interruption does not mean that the soul has not entered another human life, as it will get its new assignment. Sometimes the same soul will return to the same parent, a retry of this interrupted flow of creation. Understanding nature, embracing nature, embracing the divine creation of life, understanding that certain circumstances are required for life to come to be, and these circumstances are not always met. Most importantly, release yourself from the responsibility of this interruption. For the reasons, for the circumstances, for all that has occurred. Was part of a greater unfolding. Understand that the past is now and truly past. Understand that your alignment will allow you to be truly present. No force that is part of this creation will require you to hold on to this past experience. You are the only one to transform this experience of the past. You are the one to realize the experience in the way it has impacted your life and release the experience as an aspect that has provided an important learning. Life continues. You continue to live. You continue to realign. You continue to expand as a human being. This is the most important understanding for this as well as other experiences of challenge. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Ami asks, why do I feel really depressed and tired the day after an alignment? Will this get better with time as I do more alignments?
Yes, it will. The understanding that this alignment creates a new foundation for your existence. Every alignment is meant to provide a new structure, a new foundation for your being. The changes are established in ways to not destabilize your life greatly. Every step will provide an alignment that is meant to improve your life just with the right intensity. You will therefore feel, first, symptoms of tiredness and exhaustion, symptoms of emotional instability, irritability, symptoms of limited mental capacity. We do recommend to rest for the days after. Allow the changes to fully integrate into your being. You will see the effects within 10 to 12 days after the alignment. Every alignment will provide new forms of impact, new forms of realignment into your system. Eventually and constantly, you will be receiving the benefits of this work. Take the time necessary to allow yourself to receive it. Some misalignments were established over the course of an entire lifetime. Some misalignments may even carry from previous lifetimes or from the lineages that you derive from. In this context, a few days of resting to find alignment are justified. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Ray asks, what is our role in standing up for the safety of our brothers and sisters, especially those who are discriminated against? How do we engage or even transform these violent and hateful beliefs? And is it possible to engage in conflict in a way that truly serves?
The beauty of your variety as individuals, the differences that you have brought into your existence, the colors of your being, the genders of your being, the opinions, the languages, the religions, the understanding of life, the practices, the relationships. All of these aspects make for unique and beautiful constellations. Even those that you do not agree with are perfect in their creation. Every aspect of thought, emotion, even the aspects of misalignment are part of this perfect creation. In society, you will learn with and through interaction with others. Others will form perspectives and opinions about life, about existence, about relationship. Some groups will agree and align on these perspectives for a period of time. Other groups will disagree. Some will be threatened in their existence by the perspectives of the others. Some groups will dominate other groups that do not match and accept their perspective of life. This is a cycle that humanity has been through for many iterations. All of these cycles have created and have destroyed. And in the process of this creation and destruction, the human consciousness collective has learned. You witness an even more refined, yet still separated perspectives in all of humanity. You witness the impact that this separation, that this perceived injustice impacts you. You witness the desire to unify with all of humans. Yet, how can one unify with the parts that you don't agree with? The opinions and the perspectives of the others, so distinctly different. How can it be loved, embraced? How can it be connected and related to? These answers will all be within you. the disconnect of the collective is within the individual. The disconnect of the individual will create the disconnect and the imbalances in the entirety of the collective. The single most effective way for you to impact the collective is through your own internal alignment, to finding peace inside, to finding love for all, despite their beliefs, despite their views, despite their limitations, despite the differences that they bring into this plane. From this place of internal alignment, you can approach the places, the challenges, and the difficulties that humanity is facing currently. All your actions will be influenced by your internal alignment and by your presence. The words that you say, the actions that you place, will come from this internal alignment. This will induce alignment in others, even though it may be perceived as discomfort first, even though it may be perceived as opposition first. The love inside of you for them is undeniable. This is a universal concept that all individuals understand and receive. The love within you, and your heart, your capacity to share this love with those that even in your perspective deserve it the least, will make the difference in all of your actions. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Bhavna asks, what is the role today in bringing forth the divine feminine, as this perspective has been historically out of alignment? And what is the role of the divine masculine these days as a counterpart energy?
The divine masculine and the divine feminine is archetypical aspects of the human existence, provide for properties and characteristics to strive for. Both the divine masculine as well as the divine feminine reside within you in a specific balance to provide for your characteristics, for your identity, for your choices and preferences, for the way you act, the way you feel. Both of these aspects within you can be expanded and understood further. Deeper embrace of divine masculine traits, deeper embrace of divine feminine traits can truly impact your own life. Within society, these traits of the divine masculine and the divine feminine have been neglected, have been suppressed, and the shadows of masculine and the shadows of feminine have come to surface to provide important learnings, to provide a reflection, to provide an opposing balance. The continued imbalance of the masculine and the feminine inside the individual as well as within society has provided for the awakening that is currently becoming present, the awakening of the individual, to understand in which ways the masculine and the feminine are both within, that you are the creation between your father and your mother, that you exist in the love of the motherly energy of this earth and the fatherly energy of the sun and the universe, that this balance is continuously providing for your existence, that divine masculine and feminine traits are all around you in nature. Learn from nature for yourself first. Understand and see the examples in human existence for divine masculine and divine feminine traits. Embody these traits as best as you can. Understand the shadows of the masculine, the shadows of the feminine. Embrace these traits as well. Strive to become the balanced being that you want to see in humanity. Provide the divine feminine, provide the divine masculine in your actions, in your interactions, in your words, in the ways that you relate to the others around you, in the ways you relate to the environment, in the ways you relate to yourself. The more these divine masculine and feminine traits come to surface to be expressed, the more humanity will start to embrace them as a collective, and it will become a force of change. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Catherine asks, you have previously suggested that going forward we are to drop our personality self and live from our true self. Can you expand on this? How do we know we are expressing from our true self?
The experience of losing one's identity and personality in order to reach a deeper level of presence does not equate to losing identity completely. You will most likely have your identity and a form of personality until the very end of this lifetime. The ego construct will equally be part of your life. The moments of deep presence where the ego construct and the personality identity constructs fall away allow for an expansion of your consciousness. This expansion of your consciousness allows for a deeper level of presence, allows for the changes within your personality and ego construct to become even more aligned. The combination of deep presence with aligned personality and ego will provide interactions that will bear fruit, interactions that will bring forth change. The true self that you refer to is merely the perspective of alignment within. The essence of your being will come forth in deep alignment. The essence of your being does not understand duality. The essence of your being does not understand the temporary aspect of this life, does not understand fear, does not understand emotions the way a human experiences. Yet the essence of your being carries the wisdom and the realizations of all the lifetimes that you have lived. It is the wealth of accumulation, of accumulated understanding and love. In moments of deep presence, this essence will come forth. Your true nature will come forth. You will allow this part of you that carries this deep presence to come through in your words, in your relations, and in your actions. Every step of the way, you will apply more of this true essence of yourself into your life. You will see the changes that this will bring to you and to the part of you that you consider your identity, your ego, to the relationships around you and their relationships, to the environment and to the human collective. All of this possible as you have made the choice to connect deeper with your essence. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Alex asks, can you provide any guidance on how to break the cycle of addiction?
Addiction forms a special kind of misalignment, a special kind of lesson, a behavioral dysfunction that provides a continuous reminder for a learning and realization to be had. Most importantly, the addiction covers a misalignment to provide temporary relief, to provide temporary comfort, and the continuous behavior provides for the bridge to never truly have to face the misalignment itself. This bridge of addiction will eventually come to a place of culmination, a breaking point. This moment will in itself provide the most significant test for the individual. A test: is the individual willing and ready to finally face the originating misalignment that caused the addiction in the first place? Is the individual willing and ready to transform, to evolve, and to grow, and to release the addiction as and in the ways it has served until now? As you can see, addiction itself is merely a mechanism for the individual that is ready to observe and is willing to go to the place of the misalignment, no matter how difficult this is. The readiness to transform will make the difference. Individuals like yourself have chosen to help others through these phases. Yet you must understand the individual's readiness to learn and realize the misalignment, the original misalignment, is the key in all the ways that the addiction has served. It must serve no longer. The moment in this individual's life when the individual makes the decision, the final and most important decision. What is the life that I want to live? And what am I willing to do to reach this life that I want to live? What am I willing to receive in order to reach this life that I'm willing to live? What beliefs and constructs am I willing to let go, to destroy and recreate in order to live the life that I want to live? Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. JS asks, is there a soul manifested in a human body on the earth at the moment whose purpose is to inspire all other souls to awaken to their true nature, surrender to it, and embody it for the manifestation of Christ consciousness in all souls?
Yes, there are individuals, many, that are currently awakening exactly with this purpose. You are one of them. Your willingness and readiness to awaken, to evolve, to connect with higher realms, to align and establish a deeper presence, to continuously realize and self-realize. This is the power that lies within you. This power within you, if continued with devotion, with love and dedication, will bring you to new levels of presence, new levels of love. you become the transformative agent for humanity, for the individuals that are ready to transform. Many individual souls have chosen to return into human form exactly for this purpose, to provide the transforming energy, the transforming presence in the time of change, in the time of awakening, and in this time of ascension. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Naveen asks, when I ask for clarifications on certain areas of life, I don't consciously experience any guidance received. Could this be due to misalignments?
Yes, and sometimes no. The continuous alignment journey within you is an infinite journey. The deeper your presence is, the more fine-tuned can your alignment become. The stronger your alignment is, the further you can reach with your consciousness, the more you can expand, the more you will receive. Not every piece of guidance will be in conscious awareness. Some of the guidance will be an inner knowing, a resonance, an understanding of truth in the very moment. Yet you will see, with continuous exploration, with continuous practice, the aspects of your mental construct that convert guidance into understandable, conscious thoughts and awareness will come to you. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Michael asks, how do I stop mental loops that keep me looking at past decisions and second-guessing them?
The first step is to appreciate the moment that is here in your life. The present moment has so much to provide for you. Everything in your life, no matter how difficult it has been, no matter how challenging it has been, no matter how you judge the mistakes and the wrongdoings of the past, you have arrived in this very moment. You are alive. You have relationships. You have a heart. You have a mind. You have a body. You have a life. Breathe into this very moment. Appreciate and expand in this gratitude. This is the first and most important step. From this place of gratitude, you may choose to observe the past. You may choose and understand that even the past carries important learnings and realizations. While the past cannot be changed, your perspective of the past, the emotions that tie into the past, can be. with conscious effort, you may choose to return and observe the elements of the past, understanding that only the change of your perspective can bring you in true peace in the moment. This change in perspective can only occur when the emotions of the past are fully experienced. The sadness, the anger, despair, the worry, the doubt, all of these emotions, experiencing them as they're attached to memories of the past. The moments that have challenged you, yet were not fully understood and embraced as a divine gift. In dual perspective, the human mind continuously judges the positive and the negative experiences to be good or bad. Yet, can a negative experience be positive? Can a positive experience be negative? In which time frame is the evaluation to be made, to be positive or negative? Could it truly have an impact of your life? A positive impact that only will come to surface at a later stage? From that perspective, the evaluations that have been created in the past or in the very moment carry not as much relevance. Therefore, from a non-dual perspective, all experiences carry the potential to provide an important realization. Therefore, all experiences are divine and sacred by definition. It may take time to come and embrace this reality, to embrace this practice, yet we do recommend that you try. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Joe asks, how can I best cleanse and purify my body to be a better vessel of energy and the divine?
Understand the operations of your body. Understand what kind of fuel your body requires. Provide the purest fuel that you can find. Only eat and drink when your body tells you. Observe periods of fasting. Understand what nutrients are required to provide optimal functions of your physical being. The food that you receive into your physical being. Observe gratitude for this gift of unconditional love from this planet that provides for you. Observe every bite and every piece as a gift from the divine for you as the divine, so that you can continue to exist, and so that you can continue to observe, to realize, to evolve. This is the beauty of your life, and in this very cycle of your existence, you are provided for. Purification will often require some effort, some willpower to undo the misaligned choices of the past. Yet with conscious consideration of timing, as well as the capacity of your body, your mind, and your heart, you will find the purification practices resonant with you. This vessel of yours is capable of more than you can fully understand and fully embrace. And its function, its aligned function, is therefore a critical aspect for growth, the spiritual growth and energetic growth that you are seeking. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Laura Jean asks, what can we do to have an impact on the consciousness of the world leaders to make decisions that are in alignment with our personal sovereignty and a healthier, higher vibration world?
In this current, present time of your collective humanity's awakening, the voice of the individual can be heard like no other time in human history. Every single individual has a voice. Every single individual has an opinion and a perspective. Many opinions and perspectives create waves across the collective. Many aligned perspectives create the choices for leadership, and with leadership, the choices for action. The current structures that are established will start to change as they no longer represent the current state of human consciousness. As the individuals start to awaken, their conscious choices as well as their conscious desires will shift. Their ability to directly influence the actions of leadership will become more prevalent. New forms of leadership will come to surface. New forms of infrastructures will come to surface that will allow the individual to be heard and seen. The values of the individual's awakening will therefore become more actionable, more direct, and more visible. This is the power of change that is currently within your collective consciousness. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Dana asks, from your perspective, who or what is Elohim, and what role have they played in the history of humanity?
Elohim is a high form of consciousness, a collective consciousness that is considered to be the creators of this realm, the creators of this space-time construct, the creators of many forms of consciousness, the architects that have established the design of many different material and non-material forms. As highly established consciousness, they provide supervision, balancing, and continued observation of their own creations. Elohim is therefore perceived to be a creator. For some of you, considered to be God. Understandably, Elohim's interventions are sparse in human history. Only in the relevance of human consciousness growth, as well as its most important stage of evolution and ascension, Elohim's interventions will become prevalent and apparent. You will start to experience Elohim's interventions within your lifetime and witness the changes to come into this plane for the awakening and the ascension of mankind. Thank you for your question. Thank you for receiving this work. Thank you for listening to the words of our collective wisdom and perspective. May this perspective provide guidance, provide direction and assistance in your growth and evolution. Thank you. Thank you for joining on this journey and sharing this time. Come again. Let's go deeper, further. Let's align even more. Let's become more present. Let's grow together. Thank you for joining.
Welcome back, everyone. Take your time to come back into your body. Take any extra time you need in a sitting or lying position, or stay in this state as long as you need to. If you've heard the faint cry of what seems like a human, we've been enjoying the coyotes and their interplay with nature. As we're coming back, I have a few gentle closing remarks. If you'd like to continue this journey, there are a few ways to do it. We have social media pages like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube that you can follow and share. You can invite family, friends, and community to these bi-weekly sessions. You can join our Tuesday integration calls, which are a personal favorite of mine. We've been going pretty deep. We recently released our first book, Transmission, available on Amazon. These sessions are just one part of the work that we do. We also travel to both sacred sites and sites of global trauma to do energy work. Once we're able to travel again, we will resume our tour through Europe and take a group of participants on an energy alignment retreat to Greece. This work is possible because of donations we receive. It not only supports Aseel, but it supports the whole production team. As you would imagine, it takes a village to bring the channel to this space and then beam it out to you all. If you find this of value, please consider supporting the session with a donation. And there are 3 ways to do this. If you are in Crowdcast, there's a donate button at the bottom of your screen. There's also 2 donate buttons on the left side of the homepage on aseeltoxel.com. You can donate via PayPal, paypal.me/ascension1, or you can become a Patreon patron, patreon.com/ascension1. A quick reminder about the ending poll. In the beginning, we asked you how you were feeling. We'd like to ask the same question. Simply click on the poll button at the bottom of the Crowdcast screen. If you want to share deeper about your experiences, we have a community call on Tuesdays, as I mentioned. We also created an email address, testimonial@ascension.one. Energy work is felt in so many ways, and it's helpful for us to have an understanding of how you're impacted. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for contributing your presence and your time. Despite being physically separated, when we gather in this way, I know we are in this together and celebrating together, and I feel the collective support we have for one another. Take it easy after the session. Give space for the energy to continue to work. If you can, keep your mind quiet. If you can't, bring this presence and peace to whatever it is that you need to do. I imagine you all beautifully balanced beings right now, and that makes me smile.